If you've been playing Minecraft for long enough and your end dimension and or nether dimension is just all sorts of messed up, mined out, and completely empty of the resources that you need, it may be time to reset. But how do you reset just a single dimension, either the nether, the end, or even the overworld if you want? But we're going to be focusing on the nether and the end in this video. How do you do that without destroying all the stuff that you've built in the overworld? Let's jump in. So here we are inside of Minecraft, and there are 3 dimensions in normal vanilla unmodified versions of Minecraft. That is the overworld, which is what we are in right now. There's also the nether, which once you craft a nether portal, you go through and then bam, you are in the nether. So this is the other dimension. When you hop back out into the first dimension, the overworld, you can also find an end portal and then go to the end dimension. So this would be the 3rd dimension that you could have and explore. Now, an issue that some people have is that in either of the other 2 dimensions, in the nether dimension or in the end dimension, these have resources that are non-renewable. Technically, they are infinite because your worlds can be infinite, but things like nether quartz or glowstone can be mined so effectively and so efficiently that you really run out of good sources of those materials. In the end, you have sort of the same situation that if you have been searching for a long time for in cities that have shulkers, so you can have shulker shells and shulker boxes to carry around your inventory, or the amazing and non-abundant elytra, you could find yourself in a situation where all of these things have already been found, mined, and are used up or destroyed or just missing in your worlds. This is truly the case also on multiplayer worlds or servers where there's lots of people playing and you have really just exhausted all of the resources from these other 2 dimensions, because while technically they're infinite because you can generate the infinite worlds, they don't regenerate. So a way to fix this problem would be to reset the end or the nether. Now, when you reset either of these, this would completely destroy everything that has been built, made, or otherwise placed down on the ground. It will completely revert these back to their original states as if no player has ever visited them before. Because these worlds are going to be completely wiped out, or these dimensions to these worlds are going to be completely wiped out, I'm going to actually build a little stuff in here. Here, let's make something fancy. Oh, so fancy. It says hi. So we've built something in the end, and then let's go build something in the nether. And that way we will be able to tell when we reset these worlds if the word hi isn't there in the end and in the nether, then we have successfully reset these dimensions. So let's jump back into the overworld. Before you reset, you would want to make sure that nobody is standing in any of those dimensions. So if you're on a server, make sure that everyone gets to the overworld, and then you would shut the server down, or in our case, we're just going to quit and save this world. If you're playing on a computer, you have to navigate to your saves folder. If you're playing on a server, then you would download that world. It's just probably the default named world folder. In order to get to that saves folder, I find the easiest way to do is to go to options, resource packs, and click open resource packs folder. This will open up a finder window or a explorer window to where all of your resource packs are saved. And all you have to do is go up a level in your directory. So if you're in the resource packs folder, you're going to go up 1 more folder, and then you'd be in the .minecraft folder. And this is where a lot of the things that Minecraft does is saved. So you see your screenshots, your saves, resource packs, all those sort of different folders that Minecraft uses whenever it is run and working. We're going to aim for that saves folder. So head on into the saves folder, and the world that I've been playing on is called Nether Reset. So I know this is the world that I'm playing on. if you are, obviously yours is going to be named differently. So go find the world that you want to reset the end or the nether and click into it. This is what that'll look like once you have clicked inside. And the two folders inside of this folder that we're going to be focusing on are dim1 and dim-1. These are your two folders that contain all of the data for the nether and for the end. Specifically, the end is dim1 and the nether is dim-1. Why they are named so well that you could easily tell that dim-1 is the nether and that dim1 is the end, I don't know. I don't know why these are so kind of horribly named, but there you go. So let's go ahead and delete the nether first, and then we'll leave the end just so we can see, and then we'll delete both of them so that we can reset them both. So all you have to do is hit the delete key on your keyboard or right click and say delete folder. It's way down here. Delete. Goodbye. I hate you, and I hope that you are reset. Now this is already saved. There's really nothing to save. This folder, once it gets modified, it's modified. So now you just jump back into your world. Here we are, nether reset. Go ahead and load it up. And like I said, we reset the nether first, even though the world is named nether reset. We are going to reset the end too. I didn't give it any attention when I was naming it. So let's jump in and look for that big old high, and it is missing, which means everything is correct. You can see that these lava flows are generating for the first time. This is a brand new dimension in Minecraft's eyes. There was no data there, so it is recreated everything for us. You'll notice that it looks exactly the same. That is because the world seed has not changed, and so everything looks as it did the first time it was generated, and it just so happens that we didn't really change a whole bunch before we reset it. So it looks very similar. It's just missing the high. Let's jump into the end just to make sure that nothing has changed over there like we expect. And in the end, our high still exists. So right before we leave, I'm just going to go ahead and place down another high in the nether to make sure that just to prove to you guys, just so that you guys know for certain that we are once again resetting both dimensions. There we go. We have another high. There's no conspiracy going on. Once again, you want to be in the overworld when you do this. Go ahead and shut down the world, and then we can head back into that saves folder. Just to do this all again so that you can follow along, we are in the .minecraft folder. We're going to move into the saves folder, into the world folder that we are playing on, and delete both dim and dim/1, or dim1 and dim/1. Jumping back into that world, and let's start off with the end. Over here in the end, no high, and the dragon bar has shown up before I had already killed the dragon so that I could get back to the overworld quickly. Now, there is a little bit of a weird bug that I have noticed, which is for the first few moments of this end existing, there is no dragon, but after a while, the dragon will eventually appear. So that's just like a weirdness of using this method to reset the end, is that the dragon takes a moment to respawn. And of course, I have to wait around for that because, well, I guess I could kill myself to get out of the end. But, oh, there it is. Hey, hello, dragon. Good to see you. Okay, let's go ahead and kill this dragon. Goodbye. And using the command, then it will fill in the bottom here. And remember, if for some reason you have issues, you can always respawn the dragon by crafting end crystals, placing them around this portal right here, and that will respawn the dragon. Although if you do have issues killing the original dragon, then you will not get that dragon egg. So this is also another way to get like 2 dragon eggs in a world, which is pretty awesome as well. Let's jump in. Woohoo! So we confirmed that the end was reset. Let's just double check to make sure that the nether is also reset. Yep, I don't see that. And as we saw before, this is regenerating. So there you have it. Ways to reset the nether and how to reset the end. Thanks so much for watching this episode of OMG Craft. I hope that you found it very, very useful. If you did, please give this video a big old thumbs up. Also, make sure you subscribe for future videos, tips, tricks, tutorials, and spotlights here on OMG Craft. And I'll see you in the next episode of OMG Craft. Bye! OMG Craft is selling merch. We have a gold foil t-shirt, ooh la la, and a t-shirt that mentions like a little thing that I like to say. So here we are inside of Minecraft. You can check out these pieces of merchandise in the description down below, and I'd really appreciate it if you got some.